going back to what you were saying about creators being able to, there's no monopoly and they're able to create themselves. There's a great band that I love who did a amazing thing in that sense called Vulfpeck.
Vulfpeck? I've heard of Vulfpeck, yeah.
So their whole idea was to distribute all their stuff on YouTube and Spotify and stuff, and to fund their first album on one of their albums. They put, I think you already know about this, they put a 3-minute clip on Spotify with silence, and people would stream it, and they made like 10 grand from it because they got so many streams from this one thing, but it funded their album. Yeah.
So the fans were happy to just play silence.
Yeah.
So there was no sound. There's no
sound.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you put
for
it on
3
loop.
minutes.
Yeah.
And that was sufficiently interesting for people to.
Well, it wasn't interesting. It was, I guess, it was a free way for them to support the band. It's kind of like crowdsourcing.
Right.
They were doing it in a interesting way.
It was purely to make money.
It was purely to make money.
And it did.
But they.
Because Spotify works on a number of plays, and they hadn't considered that someone would upload silence and then ask their fan base to just play that silence on loop, which just ticks up the metric, and then that gives them money. So, now Spotify you can't upload silence anymore. They reject silence because.
Why was they upset about that?
Because they
cheated the system.
They weren't. There wasn't actually any music. They weren't providing any entertainment for that payment.
Yeah.
And you can't own silence anyway, so it wasn't really copyrightable.
Can't own silence.
can't own silence.
No.
So yeah.
So Spotify, so there was a gap in Spotify's broadcast.
Well, yeah, there was a gap. There's a loophole in the way it operated. In that they hadn't thought that someone would
actually do it.
Just do this. Just upload silence and ask their fan base to loop silence and just tick up a play count, which generates revenue directly. And Spotify went, "Oh, you're getting revenue for playing silence
for doing nothing."
For
doing nothing? Or?
Well, for uploading a silence, which is pretty much doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because when you play on Spotify, you get music, right?
Yeah.
And then you play one track, you get 0.0001 of a cent.
Yeah.
Goes to the creator.
I think like 100,000.
When you play it, and then you play it again, and that amount of money goes again.
Yeah.
And so Spotify gets nothing.
No, they do it. They get a cut.
Yeah.
They get more.
So why were they upset with that?
Because. I don't know. They thought it was cheeky.
I'll see if
That's
I
a
can
good point because they were making money. But
because my understanding of that is like working on radio, and if there's any silence, it's like what the fuck, what's going on?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So there's got to be something wrong if you don't hear somebody talking or somebody playing music or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
That gap is like that's the big no-no, absolute no-no.
It's called
And you can't. Well, you can't.
So but Spotify's not. But Spotify is not a broadcast situation. It's not a broadcaster, is it? It's a site you can go and get music from.
Platform.
Yeah, same as YouTube. You have to press play, and then it plays the song. But it has playlists too.
Yeah.
So.
But so what's your problem?
You can't copyright music. I mean, that's silence.
Yeah,
it's probably a key legal issue.
Okay,
is that
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I found it
as well. It was in the copyright music.
Is it the same thing
world? It was being
with
used.
John Cale when he did that?
433.
John Cage. Oh yeah,
John Cage.
Well, that would be on.
Is that the same deal or
no,
different deal?
No, that did have sound. That was the person sitting down.
It was called the Silent Album, and they made 20,000 USD off of it. I found a blog post about it. US band Vulfpeck might just have solved the riddle for you. Good. Yes, it does make money, about 20,000. Thank you very much. The Michigan funk outfit made headlines in March when they released Sleepify, 10 songs of silence that vary between 31 seconds and 32 seconds. The result was a 5-minute album of nothingness that the band asked fans to stream on repeat when they slept.
While they slept all night.
The aim was to generate enough royalties for their band to go on tour, promising free shows in return. So the fans got something out of it, which was good. So Spotify only plays 0.00 cents for each track stream.
0.00?
7 cents.
7, sorry.
Yeah. So 100 streams would be 70 cents. And did it say how many they got in the end?
That's incredible.
But I just thought that was a creative way of crowdsourcing, because people got the content they wanted for free and shows for free, and all they had to do was play something on repeat.
That's right.
The advertisers were getting their ads seen by people, so as you were saying, I don't understand the problem really. And I'm not sure if I think they might have had something in the recordings,
right?
Because I don't think you could have uploaded nothing. It was just an empty WAV file.
A very quiet white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you could.
But you could do that now.
Yeah.
You know, and just say this is incredibly avant-garde. It's just very quiet.
Yeah.
Just turn it right up. I mean, there's also nothing. There's also nothing to stop anybody just asking their fans to just play it on repeat and turn the speakers off.
Yeah.
Because it's just picking up play counts on the internet. You don't actually have to. You can turn the volume down in hardware. And they don't know. So that kind of option's been open to any band wanting to generate some quick money.
Yeah.
Just play U2's catalogue and turn the volume down for a week, please. I mean, with their fan base, they'd make millions a week.
I guess you need a fan base, though.
Well, from advertisers and no subscribers as well. Yeah, mainly subscribers.
Because there's paid Spotify. It's like $11 a month or something, and there's free Spotify where you get ads in between your song.
But streaming was running at a loss since its inception, something like 10 years, until only last year, when the number of subscribers became high enough they could actually generate some sort of profit. So it's been running off just investors pumping in, $50 million at a time, ridiculous amounts into Spotify, thinking that it's going to take off, and it did last year, which is good.
10 years too late.
Somewhat profitable, but ads weren't enough to do it. They needed paid subscribers.
Like YouTube
they needed audience.
Yeah.
That's the problem with a lot of streaming platforms. You need the audience of paying subscribers.
Yeah. And
not just ad revenue.
And that's Facebook's conundrum, because they just can't afford anything based on ad revenue, so they're being very militant with their use Facebook ads, so that they actually generate revenue.